Picture this, a sassy young girl laughs at an old street musician's shaky voice, thinking she's got the upper hand, until heavy metal icon Ozzy Osbourne pops out of nowhere and turns their duet into a legendary moment that'll leave you cheering. If you've ever regretted judging someone too soon, this tale from the streets will hit home and keep you hooked till the end. In the bustling heart of Los Angeles, where the sun beats down on crowded sidewalks, an elderly busker named Harold set up his spot every afternoon. With his worn guitar strapped across his chest and a voice that carried the weight of 70 years, he sang classic rock tunes to passers-by who barely glanced his way. Harold had been busking for decades, scraping by on tips from kind strangers, dreaming of the days when music felt like magic. One sunny day, a young girl named Mia, fresh out of college and full of that invincible 20-something attitude, strolled by with her friends. She stopped when she heard Harold croak out the opening lines of Crazy Train, a song she knew from her dad's old records. Giggling, she pulled out her phone and started recording, mocking his raspy tone loud enough for everyone to hear. "Listen to this guy trying to be Ozzy," Mia shouted to her buddies, imitating Harold's tremble with exaggerated shakes. The crowd around them chuckled uneasily, but Harold kept playing, his eyes fixed on the strings as if the jeers were just background noise. Deep down, though, it stung. Busking was his lifeline, a way to feel alive after losing his wife years ago. Mia didn't stop there. She posted the video online right away, captioning it with snarky comments about old folks who should retire. Views started rolling in, mostly laughs and thumbs up from people her age who saw it as harmless fun. But Harold's regular fans, a mix of locals from 25 to over 65, felt a pang of sympathy for the man who'd entertained them through tough times. As the video spread, comments poured in defending Harold, sharing stories of how his music brightened their commutes or reminded them of simpler days. Mia brushed it off, thinking it was just internet noise, but little did she know the twist waiting around the corner. Harold, meanwhile, tuned his guitar that evening, wondering if it was time to hang it up for good. Busking in LA isn't easy. The competition is fierce with talented folks from all walks vying for attention. Harold started young, inspired by legends like Ozzy Osbourne, whose raw energy and Black Sabbath albums fueled his own dreams. Now, at his age, his voice wasn't what it used to be, but the passion burned just as bright. Mia's mockery wasn't born from meanness alone. She was stressed from job hunts and city life, using humor as a shield. Her friends egged her on, turning a quick laugh into something viral. But as the day wore on, a few regretful thoughts crept in, though she pushed them aside. Harold's spot was near a famous rock venue, where stars sometimes wandered by incognito. He'd seen a few over the years, but never interacted. That day, fate had other plans, as someone legendary lurked in the shadows, drawn by the familiar tune. People in the USA, from bustling cities to quiet suburbs, love underdog stories like this. At 25, you might feel on top of the world, but by 65, you know life's full of surprises. Harold represented that resilience, strumming on despite the odds. Mia's video hit 10,000 views by nightfall, with mixed reactions splitting along age lines. Younger folks found it funny, while older viewers called it disrespectful. Harold didn't have social media, so he remained blissfully unaware, focusing on his next set. Imagine the hustle of LA streets, vendors shouting, cars honking, and in the middle, an old man pouring his soul into a song. Mia's group lingered, tossing a few coins his way out of pity more than appreciation. But Harold thanked them with a nod, his spirit unbroken. As the sun dipped lower, more folks gathered, some tapping their feet to the rhythm. Mia, feeling bold, suggested they request a different song, but Harold stuck to his repertoire of classics. Her mockery faded into chatter, but the seed was planted for something epic. Harold's voice, though cracked, held stories of tours in the 70s, opening for bands that became icons. He never made it big, but music was his constant companion through ups and downs. Mia, oblivious, scrolled through likes on her post. The crowd swelled to about 20 people, a mix of tourists and locals aged 30 to 60, enjoying the free show. One man in a hoodie stayed back, humming along quietly. Little hints like that built tension, though no one noticed. Mia's friends started to leave, but she hung around, curious if Harold would falter. Instead, he launched into another Ozzy hit, No More Tears, his emotion raw and real. It touched a few hearts, making them drop extra tips. By evening, Harold packed up, counting his earnings, enough for dinner and bus fare home. Mia went her way, videos still buzzing online. But the internet works in mysterious ways, reaching eyes far beyond the street. Stories like this remind us of humility. At 40 or 50, you've likely been on both sides of judgment. Harold embodied quiet strength, the kind that inspires without fanfare. Mia's act was a momentary lapse, common in youth. As night fell, comments on the video turned thoughtful, with users sharing similar experiences. One even tagged Ozzy's official account, joking about a collaboration. Unbeknownst to all, that tag set wheels in motion. Harold slept soundly that night, dreaming of stadium crowds. Mia checked her phone obsessively, thrilled by the attention. The stage was set for a turnaround that would teach everyone a lesson. In America, rock music binds generations, from baby boomers who saw Ozzy live to millennials discovering him through streams. This incident bridged that gap in unexpected ways. Harold's persistence mirrored the American dream. Keep going, no matter what. The next morning, Harold returned to his spot, guitar in hand. Mia, surprisingly, felt a twinge of guilt but decided to check back phone ready. The crowd was bigger, drawn by the viral clip. Harold began with Iron Man, his voice steady despite the previous day's sting. Passers-by whispered about the video, some defending him loudly. Mia arrived, blending into the group, watching curiously. Suddenly, the hooded figure from before stepped closer, revealing a face known worldwide. But let's not jump ahead. The build-up was key to the magic. Harold sang on, unaware of the star power nearby. Ozzy Osbourne, the Prince of Darkness himself, was in town for a show and out for a walk. Hearing his song mangled yet loved, he paused. Memories of his own early days as a busker in Birmingham flooded back. At 77, Ozzy had seen it all, fame, falls, and comebacks. Busking reminded him of roots, so he lingered, appreciating Harold's grit. Mia, spotting the crowd's excitement, inched forward. The duet was moments away, but first, more mockery from a few copycats inspired by Mia's video. Harold ignored them, focusing on the music that saved him time and again. His audience, loyal and diverse, cheered him on. This story highlights redemption. For folks 25 to 65, it's a reminder that kindness costs nothing. Harold's humility shone through, drawing even skeptics in. Mia began to see the error in her ways. As the song built to its climax, the hooded man nodded along, tapping his foot. Whispers spread. Is that who I think it is? Tension mounted on that LA sidewalk. Harold finished strong, earning applause. Tips flowed, restoring his faith. Mia hesitated, phone in pocket, rethinking her post. The twist was imminent, changing everything. Expanding on Harold's background, born in the 1950s, he grew up idolizing British invasion bands. Moving to the U.S. at 20, he chased music dreams in California, playing clubs and streets. Life threw curves, family, jobs, losses, but guitar remained. Mia's life contrasted. Privileged upbringing, college degree in marketing, but struggling in a tough job market. Her mockery was a release valve for frustrations. At 22, she hadn't learned empathy's depth yet. The viral video reached 50,000 views overnight, with media outlets picking it up. Discussions on respect for elders ensued, resonating with older Americans who felt dismissed. Harold, still offline, buskied unaware. Ozzy's team saw the tag, showing it to him. Amused, he decided to investigate, loving spontaneous moments. His career, from Black Sabbath to solo stardom, was full of such surprises. Crowd dynamics shifted as word spread. People 35 to 55 recalled Ozzy's hits, excited by the possibility. Harold tuned up for the next song, choosing Crazy Train again, fatefully. Mia felt out of place now, surrounded by supportive fans. Regret brewed, but pride held her back from apologizing. The moment built like a rock ballad's bridge. This tale underscores second chances. In the U.S., where reinvention is key, it's inspiring. From 25-year-olds starting out to 65-plus retirees, everyone relates to comebacks. Harold struck the first chord, voice wavering but soulful. The hooded figure smiled, ready to join. Hearts raced in the crowd. History was about to unfold. Let's dive deeper into busking culture in America. It's a tradition dating back to the Great Depression, where artists performed for pennies. Today, in cities like LA, New York, and Chicago, buskers add vibrancy to urban life, entertaining millions. Harold was part of that legacy, having busky through economic highs and lows. His repertoire included Ozzy, Led Zeppelin, and the Beatles' songs that span generations. Audiences from 25 to 65 appreciated the nostalgia. Mia's generation, raised on social media, often seeks viral moments without thinking of consequences. Her posts sparked debates on cyberbullying versus free speech, timely for U.S. viewers. Ozzy's influence on rock can't be overstated. Black Sabbath pioneered heavy metal, with albums like Paranoid defining an era. At his age, he still toured, inspiring fans across ages. The street scene that day was electric. Smells of street food, sound of traffic, and Harold's melody cutting through. Mia's friends texted her about the video's blow-up, but she stayed, drawn by curiosity. As Harold sang, lyrics about madness resonated with life's chaos. Crowd members shared stories. One man, 45, recalled mocking a teacher only to learn from it later. Lessons loomed. Ozzy, disguised in hoodie and sunglasses, reflected on his own mocked beginnings. Critics called his voice odd, but it became iconic. Empathy drove him forward. More people joined, phones out, sensing something big. Harold, sweating under the sun, poured emotion into every note. Mia shifted uncomfortably, awareness dawning. American values like perseverance shine in such stories. For viewers 30 to 60, it's a nod to never giving up. Harold's story could be anyone's dad or granddad. The song ended, applause erupted. The hooded man clapped loudest, stepping up. Whispers grew. That's Ozzy. But Harold smiled politely, unaware. To build suspense, recall similar viral moments. Sting joining buskers or Ed Sheeran popping up. This one promised to top them with Ozzy's legend status. Mia checked comments. Some called her out, others defended. Mixed feelings swirled. She considered deleting the post, but views climbed to 100,000. Harold thanked the crowd, voice hoarse. The moment hung in the air, ready for the reveal. This chapter sets the stage for the unforgettable duet. Expanding on characters, Harold's wife passed from cancer 5 years ago, leaving him alone but for music. Busking honored her memory, as she loved his singing. Mia's parents, in their 50s, taught her better, but youth's impulsivity won. She'd regret it soon, growing from the experience. Ozzy's family life, with Sharon and kids, kept him grounded. Walking streets reminded him of normalcy amid fame. The crowd's diversity, young professionals, retirees, families, mirror the audience. Engaging them all, the story transcends age. As the sun peaked, Harold rested his guitar. The hooded figure approached, hand extended. "Nice job, mate," he said in a British accent. Gas followed. Rock music's evolution from the 60s to now connects generations. Ozzy's journey from factory worker to star inspires 25-year-olds chasing dreams and 65-year-olds reflecting on life. Busking laws in LA require permits, but Harold had his playing legally. His spot was prime, near Hollywood, where dreams are made or broken. Mia's video sparked a hashtag #RespectBuskers, trending locally. Users shared positive stories, shifting narrative. Ozzy's health battles, including Parkinson's, made his appearance even more poignant. Fans admired his resilience. The crowd's energy built, phones capturing every moment. Harold chatted with fans, humble as ever. Mia's internal conflict grew. She edged closer, wanting to apologize but frozen. Life's teachable moments often come unexpectedly. In the U.S., stories of celebrity interventions go viral, like Bruce Springsteen joining a band. This one had that magic. Harold picked up his guitar again, encouraged by the vibe. The duet loomed, promising redemption. Reflections on judgment, Bible verses or common sayings like, "Don't judge a book by its cover," fit the theme, resonating with older audiences. The hooded man pulled back his hood, revealing the unmistakable face of Ozzy Osbourne, with his wild hair and signature grin. The crowd erupted in cheers, phones whipping out to capture the moment. Harold's eyes widened in shock, his guitar nearly slipping from his hands as he recognized the rock god standing before him. "Fancy joining me for a duet, old-timer?" Ozzy asked with a chuckle, his British accent thick and warm. Harold stammered a yes, hardly believing it, and the two launched into Crazy Train together. Ozzy's powerful voice blended with Harold's raspy one, creating a raw, electric harmony that silenced the street. Mia, frozen in place, watched as her mockery backfired spectacularly. The video she started now turned into a feel-good viral hit, with Ozzy's involvement skyrocketing views. Shame washed over her, but so did this was a lesson in humility she'd never forget. The duet lasted 5 minutes, but it felt eternal. Ozzy ad-libbed lines, Harold kept up admirably, and the crowd sang along, a mix of ages from 25 to 65 bonding over the music. Tips poured into Harold's case like never before, enough to last months. After the song, Ozzy hugged Harold, whispering encouragement. "Keep rocking, mate. You've got the spirit." Harold beamed, tears in his eyes, feeling validated after years of doubt. The moment went mega-viral. News outlets from CNN to Fox covering the heartwarming story. Mia approached hesitantly, apologizing to Harold. He forgave her graciously, saying, "We all make mistakes. Music brings us together." She deleted her original post, replacing it with a duet clip, captioning it positively. Ozzy's surprise appearance stemmed from seeing the video. He loved supporting underdogs, remembering his own mock start. His fans, spanning generations, praised the gesture, reinforcing his legend status. The aftermath saw Harold invited to Ozzy's concert as a guest, performing a short set on stage. It boosted his confidence, leading to more gigs and even a small recording deal. At 70, his dream revived. Mia reflected deeply, volunteering at elder centers and advocating against online bullying. Her experience changed her outlook, making her more empathetic in her marketing career. This story spread across the U.S., inspiring podcasts, articles, and talks on kindness. For audiences 25 to 65, it hit home. Young folks learned caution, older ones felt seen. Rock legends like Ozzy remind us fame doesn't erase humanity. His career highs, from Ozfest to reality TV, show vulnerability that connected with fans. Harold's life transformed. Interviews, fan mail, and a community around him. He buskied less, but with more joy, mentoring young musicians. Mia's growth was profound. She shared her story on social media, gaining followers for the right reasons. Redemption arcs like hers encourage personal change. The duet video amassed millions of views, with comments like "best twist ever" from viewers nationwide. It united divided online spaces. Ozzy tweeted about it, boosting visibility. His message, "Never mock the music, it might bite back." Fans love the humor. In American culture, such moments celebrate spontaneity. From coast to coast, people shared similar tales, fostering connection. Harold and Ozzy stayed in touch, exchanging emails about songs. A friendship born from a street corner. Mia's friends, initially amused, now admired her honesty. The group dynamic shifted toward positivity. Lessons from this: empathy bridges gaps. For 40-somethings juggling life, it's a reminder to pause before judging. The story's impact rippled, with schools using it for anti-bullying lessons. Engaging all ages, it promoted respect. Expanding on the duet, Ozzy's voice, still strong despite age, complemented Harold's. Lyrics about going off the rails fit the ironic twist. Crowd reactions varied, gasps, cheers, tears. A 50-year-old woman recalled her own busking days, moved deeply. Media frenzy followed. Late-night shows replayed the clip, hosts praising the wholesomeness. Ozzy appeared on One, recounting the fun. Harold's family, scattered across states, reunited to celebrate.